The primary election is only 2 days away. We're joined earlier by candidate Mark Kelly for U.S. Senate, who joined us for an in-studio interview. Mr. Kelly, what do you think about the state's reopening process for students to return to school?
I think every kid, has the right in our country and should get a very quality public education. It's really an investment in our future. I often worry here in the state of Arizona, when you consider per pupil spending, we're very low and teacher salaries are very low. So we're not investing in the future of our state. COVID-19 has presented unusual sort of circumstances. Ultimately, we're going to have to figure out how do we get through this? How do we get kids back in the classroom, but do it safely? We don't want to do things like this prematurely and spread this virus further.
And in reference to unemployment, many Arizonans are wondering what's next. What's your plan?
We've got hundreds of thousands of Arizonans just this weekend have come to the realization that they're not going to get that extended unemployment benefit check. Congress needs to act. They need to do it now. Folks have rent due and they can't put groceries on the table.
How about for small businesses? How do you plan to keep them afloat?
Well, small businesses are the backbone of the economy here in the state of Arizona. 40% of Arizonans before coronavirus worked at a small business. There were 550,000 small businesses in the state. So we need to make sure that they can keep their heads above water, and small business owners, they have been stepping up to the plate.
How would you rate the state's COVID-19 response efforts so far?
There were things we were doing as a country and as a state in March that could have been done in January. And we have consistently, not only here in the state, but at the federal level, been a step behind. And I think it's a crisis of leadership, and we've got to do better. At the same time, we've got to figure out a path to get people back to work, but we've got to do it safely and responsibly.
And just to wrap up our conversation, what is one message you would like to get across to voters who are voting in this primary election?
All elections matter. They're incredibly important. We've got 2 days before an important primary, and then we got the general election on November 3rd. It's your chance to exercise that part of our democracy. So I encourage people to vote. Try to do it as safely as possible.